What's up, peeps? I know I haven't been on my video grind. I've been real lazy with these, football and basketball vids. That's entirely my fault. It's not like, you know, not like I was really busy, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me just talk about, the first quarter of the Giants season. I haven't really been, I didn't do no preview videos of any game or post game or even preview for the season, but let me just say before the season started, you know what I'm saying? First off, I'm eating crow right now. Basically. I am eating crow because although like I said, I didn't make vids, but in my mind, see, I'm being really honest right now because I didn't even, there's no proof that I said these things, but I'm just being honest. In my mind, I felt that we needed, a number one receiver. I believe in Steve Smith. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really see much from Mario, and I thought, I felt Knicks was probably our best receiver. He probably still is. But, I didn't think Steve Smith would be, a viable, number one receiver. I don't know if he is a number one receiver at this moment, but right now, I mean, statistically, through the first quarter of the season, he has the best, stats. He has the best numbers. I believe he's number one in yards, receptions, and touchdowns. That's fucking amazing. I'm sorry, but I had to curse. That's amazing, you know. So props to Steve Smith. Um, and I remember, it was preseason, and maybe I'd say 99% of the fans, including me, maybe, you know, probably agreed with him, but I don't like him, so I kind of smirked when he said it. But I remember it was a Monday Night Football game, preseason versus the Panthers, and Mike Tirico, who I really do not like as an announcer or whatever. He, he was just talking about he was looking at Steve Smith for the Panthers, and he's like, and here is Steve Smith. That's the better Steve Smith. And I'm like, I was smirking like, did you have to say that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he really have to say that? You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I swear to God, the Giants Steve Smith, I hope he has a better season than the Panthers Steve Smith. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like Tarico, and I hate the fact that he said that. You know what I'm saying? I really, and to boot, I understand, yes, the Panthers Steve Smith might, well, he is better than ours. You know what I'm saying? But our Steve Smith has a Super Bowl ring, and he was a very crucial member of that team and a very important part. He did get that first down before the Plaxico touchdown. But the Super Bowl was 2 years ago, or last year, let's say last year. And I'm past that. I'm not past it, but as I'm looking at this season right now for the Giants. But that really irked me, and I'm glad Steve Smith, through the first quarter of the season, is shutting up any doubts of whether he will, step in, whether he'll fill in the big shoes left behind by Tuma and Plaxico. So that's that about Steve Smith. Um, about next, about this Sunday, Raiders. I know a lot of us fans right now, we just want to say, Raiders, let's get that over. Let's focus on the Saints. But no, you know, taking a confident approach here. Uh, the Raiders are next on our schedule, and that's who we have to focus on. As much as we want to focus on uh, the Saints, we gotta focus on the Raiders. It's cliche, but any given Sunday, they do have a pretty good defense. Nandi, it's not Asma, by the way. Nandi Asma, that's not how you pronounce his name. I'm Nigerian, just like him. I'm Igbo, just like him. It's Namdi Asomuga. I don't know where Asma came from. It's Namdi Asomuga. Anyway, he's the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. And Steve Smith, recently, I think it was today, said that they're gonna try to go at him, like they want to test this guy. They want to test Namdi Asomuga. And I think it's very big. It's a very big test for Smith and Manningham and all the receivers, Knicks, because first off, we put all our receivers everywhere. We put Smith in the slot, or wide out or whatever, and so to Manningham and maybe Knicks. So it's gonna be a big test for all of them. But I don't know if I want. Yeah, I think Smith matched up with Asamoah. Smith is a great route runner. You know what I'm saying? He's a great route runner, and he's very quick. So, and I haven't seen Namdi play, so I'm being very, being biased first off, and second off, I don't even have, any prior, viewing of Namdi, so I wouldn't know. But knowing what I know about Smith, I think he can take any cornerback in the league because he's just so precise with his route running that I don't think anybody can hold him. So of course they're gonna double team Smith, being the number one wide receiver right now statistically in the league, and I think regardless of whether it's Carr or Manning, I do believe Manning is gonna play. He's tough as hell. It's playing tough, Asiatic, however you say it, and Manning's gonna tough it up. Hopefully, if not, I still think we beat the Raiders, but I don't know. Dave Carr is he's a pretty good backup, but I still don't know, if I trust that man. But I'm really, I'm really excited about this Raiders game. Though. I am, but I just I'm not looking past the Raiders at all. Not looking past the Raiders at all. But I have a right to be cocky. We're gonna fucking blow them out. Not blow them out. We're gonna win convincingly. I should say that. And I'm never cocky at all. But come on. But I'm waiting for the Saints video. I'm really waiting for that game. It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be the biggest test so far this season for them and for us as well. They really look. The Saints really look good. They have a great team, and I don't know who the schedule makers are, but I don't know you know how we got an away game. I think it should be a home game, obviously, because we had three straight away games and then home against the Raiders. Come on, I'd rather have four straight away games and then a home game versus the Saints because it's very loud over there. But we played in Dallas in the new Cowboy Stadium, which was probably louder than the Superdome. You know what I'm saying? That Dallas Stadium had the most people in NFL history in the game. So, I'm not worried about no Superdome. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about a damn Superdome. Come on. What I'm worried about is that high-powered offense of the Saints. And also, I believe they have a very good running game. And, we've been decent against the run, but not as good as we were last year. So, they're going to have to clamp up on that. But, yeah, we can't. I'm already looking at the Saints. You can't do that. Gotta focus on the Raiders. All right? And, I might have more videos coming up for the Knicks, maybe the Yankees, I got a rep for the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get that number 27, praying for it. Although I am a little, worried about the first round, last few years in the playoffs for us in the first round has been exit. So I think we have Minnesota. It's going to be, interesting series. So anyway, I'm going to get at y'all, you know, sometime this week or next week, maybe after the Raiders game. So thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. I'll catch y'all around.